Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Let's start our class today off with the prayer together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lairima Shaya, Swami Shri Yukteswarji, beloved Guru Deva, Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. This is Master's prayer. With the love of all human loves, I have come to love thee, thou God of all loves. Thou art the protecting Father, thou art the little child, lisping love to his parents. Thou art the mother showering infinite kindnesses. Thou dost flow in the all-surrendering love of the lover to the beloved. Thou art the love of friends. Purify me with the reverence of a servant to his master. Teach me to love thee with all pure love, for thou art the fountain of love, heavenly and earthly. Bathe me in the spray of all loves. Om Shanti Shanti. We'll hear a song by Swamiji and then an excerpt of a talk by Swamiji on this topic of turning human love into divine love. Welcome again, friends.
What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we're children of this world, could not love by our own powers. What is joy? Is it just a dream? Or does joy laugh in every stream? Are the clouds mindless after all? Or is joy all nature's theme? God is dead, so men say. Can't they see all life's his play? Not a church binds him as its own, not a creed makes him fully known. Foolish we're if we limit him. Every atom is his throne. What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we're children this world could not love by our own powers. What is love? What is love? Is it love we touch in the flowers?
The worldly person allows the rivers of the senses to flow outward, and that way your peace becomes very quickly drained. But the wise man turns that flow within, and he allows the tributary rivers of the senses to feed this vast reservoir of peace and joy within himself. And in that way the reservoir becomes fuller and fuller and fuller, and everything that you experience gives you cause for more joy. But if you allow that, if you allow the thought to come into your mind that that is what's giving me joy, that is what is giving me the fulfillments that I'm experiencing in myself, then your energy is going to be going outward. And it won't be very long before you'll start to feel yourself drained again of whatever it is you experienced inside. No human experience ever feeds this inner consciousness. It may remind us of it. We may feed ourselves in that reminder. But if our mind goes outwardly, it won't take very long before that reservoir becomes drained all over again. And that's why you find that people fall in love, they feel so much inspiration, and a year later, a year after marriage, where is their love? What's happened to it? Why can't they keep that feeling? It's because they've allowed it to go outward toward a person, outward toward a relationship, outward toward an experience, instead of taking it within.
I'd like to start with a couple of brief readings from Autobiography of a Yogi. This is when Master met his guru, Swami Sri Yukteswarji. "O my own, you have come to me." My guru uttered the words again and again in Bengali, his voice tremulous with joy. "How many years I have waited for you. I give you my unconditional love." Precious words. A quarter century elapsed before I had another auricular proof of his love. His lips were strange to ardor. Silence became his oceanic heart. "Will you give me the same unconditional love?" He gazed at me with childlike trust. "I will love you eternally, Guru Deva." Ordinary love is selfish, darkly rooted in desires and satisfactions. Divine love is without condition, without boundary, without change. The flux of the human heart is gone forever at the transfixing touch of pure love. And at Babaji's meeting with Lahiri Mahashaya, Babaji sang to his disciple, patiently, month after month, year after year, I have watched over you, waiting for this perfect day. Now you are with me, my Guru. What can I say? I murmured brokenly, where has one ever heard of such deathless love? I gazed long and ecstatically on my eternal treasure, my Guru in life and death. And when Master's mother passed away, Divine Mother came to him and said, he gives this in the book, haloed in splendor. The Divine Mother stood before me, her face tenderly smiling, was beauty itself. Always have I loved thee, ever shall I love thee. The celestial tones still ringing in the air, she disappeared. Finally, from Swamiji, Most people don't understand what love really means or how deeply fulfilling it is. I'm not speaking of love for a person, but of love itself, love for God. It's not a sweet sentiment or a feeling that makes one weepy. It's something incredibly powerful. I remember once standing in the doorway saying goodbye to Yogananda, and he looked at me with the power that was overwhelming. I stood rooted to the spot. The kind of love that he brought is what this world needs today. This is a vitally important topic. In this world, there are so many pains, sorrows, suffering from relationships. There's so much love that we can receive from friends, from family, but really the purest love is from God, through God directly to us, God through our guru, God through our friends, God through ones who are in attunement with Him. These examples of pure love are so beautiful that I've just read to you, where Master gave and Swamiji gave to each other unconditional love. And Master said once to Dr. Lewis, after he gave him his unconditional love as well, he said, "Doctor, never avoid me." And Dr. Lewis said he thought that was a simple thing, but many times he tried to avoid Master. His love wasn't always unconditional. And the beautiful promise of Divine Mother, always have I loved thee, ever shall I love thee. These are examples of the purest love. But human love has attachments. I love you if, I love you when. Human love has desires. I want this from you. I want that. If I don't receive it, I withhold my love. It's full of conditions. And we have to know that it's directional for us in this life. To be able to get to the point more and more, maybe we can't do it now, but more and more, where we love with God's love. There's a beautiful chant of Masters. In this world, Mother, no one can love me. In this world, they do not know how to love me. We don't know how to love with God's love. But as we continue on the path, we learned more and more about it. But until then, it's conditioned, it's emotional, it's shaded with emotions, with attachments and desires. We have to uplift our consciousness to be able to feel, for one, feel God's love. In meditation, as we meditate more and more, we feel our heart opening, we feel a receptivity, we feel divine love flowing into our consciousness. And as we uplift our consciousness, then we begin to see, we taste that love and we begin to see that that's how we should love others. And so we have to transform human love into divine love. Swamiji said a beautiful thing about his mother, that she said when he heard from her, that she said to God, this first child I give to thee. And how beautiful. And our relationships with our children, with our friends, with our spouse, with our beloved, that we say, Divine Mother, I give this relationship to thee. I give this love to thee. I give this child to thee. I give my spouse to thee. My relationship with this world, I give to thee to be able to feel thy love. And so how do we go about transforming and turning human into divine? Meditation, you have to meditate. You can't go around it. Otherwise, we can't taste divine love. We can't experience divine love. But after a deep meditation, after doing the practices, chanting, devotional practices, offering our love to our guru, looking into Master's eyes, chanting his name, chanting Om Guru, japa, then we begin to feel divine love. So first we get it through our spiritual practices. You can't get it from, I fell in love with somebody, so now I feel love. That comes and goes. One day it's there, the next day it's not. Same with all the relationships in our lives. They can't give us pure love unless we feel the love of God. And that only comes from going inside yourself. Master said that we have to individually make love to God. So our first love in our life is God, is Divine Mother. Guruji, he represents and is giving us God's love. So the first thing we have to do is every day try to feel divine love through and in our meditation. And ask Divine Mother, help me to feel thee as love. Help me to open my heart. Help me to taste thy love within myself. And secondly, to take that love that we feel inside, take it deep within and hold it. Don't just let it go out through emotions. There are various ways that could happen, but bring that love deeper and deeper inside your heart and hold it like a precious jewel, a precious gem that God has given me. It's something I already have naturally, the natural love of the heart, Swami Shri Yukteswarji said, but hold that love as a precious gift in your heart. And then as you meditate more deeply, draw that love up the spine, up to the spiritual eye, and don't let it spill out. Hold it and draw it up to the point between the eyebrows and try to feel an expansive love, much more than I love one person, I love just my family, I love just my neighbors, I love just my guru bhais. Just feel that love, it's so expansive. And if you can lift it up, you will feel that. And then from there, you can expand that love to others who you meet, who you see. Maybe you don't know them, maybe you know them, maybe they're creatures of all types, and in nature, the trees, the flowers, the sun, the moon, whatever, that you just feel. I remember Swamiji saying, and he was full of love. I mean, and near the end of his lifetime, he just said, I love everyone. And it wasn't that he loved them personally, but God's love was flowing through him so much that he would greet people, people would be drawn to him, all types of people. And there's a beautiful story of Master who he had, this man came to him and he was a little bit, Master just gave as well. I mean, there's so many beautiful stories of him helping people out of just love and compassion. When he went to that one store and he bought all those things that he didn't need, and he went to the cash register and the lady added up what he bought, and then she just burst out in tears. She said, I very badly just needed this amount of money. He just felt, he was being driven in front of that store. He said, stop the car, stop the car. He just could feel his divine love was always flowing. And then this man who was a little bit tipsy came to him one night and said, hello there, Jesus Christ. And Master, he didn't say, get away from me. He just looked at him with such divine love. And the man, he turned sober. Master sobered him, but at a certain point, the man says, say, what you been drinking? And Master says, it's got a lot of kick in it, that's all I'll say. And the man left him sobered. But the divine love that flows through a saint, that flows through a master. Swamiji told the story of Anandamoy Ma when he was, the rest of the Guru Bhais were on the train. They were leaving Anandamoy Ma, and Swamiji hadn't gotten on the train yet, and Ma was standing just at a distance from him. And he just couldn't get on the train. And And the train, everyone was like, get on, get on. And he finally just looks at mine, he says, I can't leave you. I can't leave until you leave. There's so much love. And then she left and he could get on the train. And so this is so magnetic, pure love. And it's so purifying. It's so uplifting. It blesses your whole consciousness and your whole life. And so as you feel that, you want to greet people, you want to say hello, you want to have a smile on your face, you want to give to people, and those who you love, show them your love in one way or another. Pray for them, thank them, send them a message, buy them a gift, or appreciate them. There's so many people, they say they love people, but they never express it. It should be expressed. I've seen so many times how Swamiji he was the kindest person I ever knew. He was always on your birthday, first person to call you Swamiji, and gifts after gifts, just always. And he had hundreds, thousands of people that he was in touch with, but the divine love was always flowing through him, and he demonstrated it. It's not enough to say, yes, I love you, but nothing ever happens. Show your appreciation, show your love. Show your appreciation. Gratitude, Swamiji said, is a sign of refinement. It's not sentimental, but demonstrated. And then finally, what about betrayal? When people betray us, and that happens. It's just a part of this world. I'm sure everybody who's listening has had somebody who's betrayed them. I surely have. And what do you do? Well, I go to Swamiji again. He gives two very beautiful examples. He said, you have to go within and feel that maybe that person did it, maybe they didn't, whatever, maybe it's 50-50, but still feel the love of God within you, that you're not conditioned. You can, in the beginning, you are conditioned, but if you keep offering it to God and praying, and then Divine Mother can take that pain away. And there are many stories, but I don't have the time to tell them. But the one of Swamiji, he said that when he was betrayed in his life, he said that it was so painful for such a long time. And then he said, he said he kept praying to God, and then it went away. And I said to him, I asked him, I said, how did that happen? I said, Swamiji, it must have been grace. And he said, yes, it was God's grace. You have to know it's God's grace that helps you to come out of pain and suffering. And he said another time that his best friend, a best friend, had betrayed him. And he said, I felt so bad. And myself, there was so much pain. And then as I kept offering it to God, I kept praying, I kept offering. And he said, suddenly I felt his pain. I felt sorry for him, that he had suffered so much, that he felt so much pain. And he said, then the pain that I had was taken away. And so this comes when we keep offering the pains in your heart, the sufferings, the disappointments, the disappointing relationships, the disappointing people, the disappointing relatives, or whoever it is. Just say, Divine Mother, we're all your children. Help me to love them as you would love them. And then I like to close with this. This is the great book, by the way. I hope you can see it, How to Love and Be Loved, Master's Words. And I thought I would close with this beautiful couple of lines from Master on finding friends from the past. There are others who give you the instantaneous feeling that you have known them always. This indicates that they are your friends of previous incarnations. Do not neglect them. Strengthen the friendship existing between you. And another, the instant attraction of your mind to the likable inner and outer features of an individual is your first indication that you have found a friend of the past. Your dear ones whom you loved before will be drawn toward you by a prenatal sense of friendship. And do not be deceived by physical beauty. Ask yourself whether or not the face, the manner of walking, in short, everything about a person appeals to you. Sometimes overeating or lack of exercise may distort the features of a friend, and thus he may escape your recognition. Sometimes a beautiful woman may fall in love with an ugly man, or a handsome man with a physically unattractive woman, due to the loving friendship of a past incarnation. To be sure that your eyes have not deceived you regarding the physical characteristics of your supposed former friend, ascertain whether you are mentally and also spiritually congenial. And finally, seek your friends of past incarnations in order that you may continue your friendship in this life and perfect it into divine friendship. One lifetime is not always sufficient to achieve such perfection. Om Shanti Shanti. I'll ask Natindra to join on screen now, and we have a couple of questions.
Thank you, Dhyanaji. The first question, Dhyanaji, is it wrong to be heartfelt in our relationships with, let's say, our friends, family, or Guru Bhai?
I mean, you have to be. I mean, you have to be impersonal and personal. God is impersonal and personal. You can't be like a cold fish with your friends. I mean, you have to express yourself. And I know people come on the path, different paths, and then there's the smile goes away, no laughter. They're stiff as a board. This isn't showing the love and joy of God, but it has to be from something within. If you get emotional, then it just spills out and you have no base for it. But I wouldn't want any friends that never expressed anything. Swamiji expressed joy all the time. He expressed love to us, but it wasn't emotional. It wasn't, you knew, like he said about Master, we knew he loved us, but it wasn't outwardly hugging and no. I remember when I lived in Italy, this is kind of a side, but it does fit. In Italy, everyone kisses you on both cheeks when they see you. So I went through 7 years of that. And then when I went in America, of course, everyone hugs you to death. So everybody you see, when I go to America, I had hundreds of people hugging me the whole time I'm there. I was so glad I came to India when it was just namaskar, namaste. I love it because it gets too personal. And people come to me now, I'm a Nayaswami, and they come, can I hug you? I said, namaste. So just be in your center, be natural, be in your center, but don't have a gloomy face. Swami Sri Desraji said something like this, being on the path doesn't mean you have to disfigure your face. I mean, be joyful. The more joyful you are means the more joy you have. And so love your friends, show them you appreciate them, take them out, give them gifts. I mean, honor the relationship, as I just read, has probably been for many, many lives. And so we're trying to perfect that love, perfect that friendship in this lifetime if possible. So don't hold back and no, I never smile, I don't say anything. And some people can't even say I love you. They just like so locked up. So show it as much as you can, not totally outwardly, but be natural. Be natural with it. If I went to my family now in America and went namaste, they would say, what are you all about? I mean, I have to hug them. I mean, it's like this, just natural. But just be natural, but be centered. I think that's the best way to put it.
Thank you, Dhyanaji. We have 2 more questions. The first one is, can I feel and send love even to a negative relationship?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, let's put it this way, it takes time. The beginning, you're just mad. You can't just fake it and say, no, I'm above it all. You're upset. There's emotions there. You need time to let those emotions calm down. I would say during that whole time, keep praying, keep offering. I mean, I remember saying to Swamiji at different times, I don't feel peaceful at all. I'm upset. And, and so then, he just tried to calm you down, but don't just fake it, because then you're suppressing. So do things that help to get it out. Pray, meditate, yoga, energization, exercise, chant, do things that help you to release that. And don't send hatred to the person. It's wrong. But it takes time, especially a broken relationship can take years. Let's be serious and honest about this. It takes years to get over. And you can't just act like it's not happening. It is happening. It's showing on your face. And so pray for the person, pray for yourself. Ask Master, ask the gurus to help you. Like I said, those stories of Swamiji, to help you to get out of it. But don't shove it under the rug. It hurts. It's painful. Let's face it. Somebody dies who you're close to. You can't just act like nothing happened. It takes you a long time to get over that. Your child's in the hospital. You just say, well, I'm above it. And you're not above it. These are human relationships. Master showed humanness. Remember, Swamiji said he asked Master inwardly, help me to love you as you love me. And Master, two things. He said, once, how can the little cup hold the ocean of God's love? Another time he came over and gave him an apple. Like, I'm human too, Master was saying. I'm in a human body too. Don't just act like, I'm just above you. I'm in this human body as well. So you have to be both. Now they get into the uplifting consciousness only through meditation, prayer, devotion, chanting. And then you can deal with the situations that come up. Otherwise, I don't know how people do it. Well, I know how they go to other things. They drink, they go out and party. Maybe they take drugs and they go to a psychiatrist. I mean, really, you have to work with it on a deeper level. Those things, some of them help, but not drinking and taking drugs and all. You're just still left with the same problems and the same you. So be realistic. You need inner help. You need the guru's power. Swamiji said he was rooted to the spot from Master's love. Ask Master to help you. You have another question? I know we've gone over.
Yes, Dhyanaji, just one last question. How can we develop love for all our masters?
Well, that's such a beautiful question. Well, Swamiji said to us, you can take generally one master like every week and just say, this week I'm with Babaji, or every day, and just focus on that guru and chant to them, pray to them. If you have a murti, offer devotion to them, read stories about them, read from AY about them. You can't just say, I only go with Swami Shri Yukteswarji, or I'm only with Lahiri Mahashayaji. I mean, some you may feel closer to than others, but you find that if you really focus on their lives and ask them to bless you, to feel their consciousness, that's a wonderful way to spend your time every day or every week. Just say, this day or this week, I'm with Babaji the whole week, Lahiri Mahashayaji the whole week, and you'll feel a presence that's very sweet, very pure, and God's love flowing from them. Even Swami Shri Yukteswarji, Master said, he didn't show it, but when Master came back from America and he went to see his guru after 15 years, was it? He said, his love overwhelmed me, Swami Shri Yukteswarji's. So it's there. He didn't show it, but it was there, and he showed it to Master. So Okay, God bless you all. Thank you, Nitendra. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.